What's going on, A pluses, nerd mixers? It is your boy Indy Uchiha, and I'm here to bring you the review for Batwoman, Season 2, Episode 2, Prior Criminal History. Now, before we get into this, I do want to say one thing. I am truly happy at the way that they're kind of connecting the character of Ryan to different people in Batwoman to make it seem like she already has some type of experiences and stuff with them. We already know that her mother was killed by the Wonderland gang. Now we're seeing she's having past criminal run-ins with Sophie, and she's wary of the Crows and everything that's going on. So this honestly seems very interesting. She has something in common with Mary, with Alice basically killing their moms. I mean, it just feels like she is meant to wear the suit. Like she's supposed to be the person. She knows criminals because she's been on the inside. She has all this training in martial arts. Like she's supposed to wear this suit, and that's going to be a big thing going when it comes to this. It starts off with her going to a convenience store in order to pick up some generic ibuprofen to try to handle that kryptonite bullet that she took to have that healed. She really needs to check that out. I want to see how long they're actually going to go with that to see how that's actually going to affect her in the suit. So I want to see when she's actually going to tell. It looks like they're setting it up for her to tell Mary what's going on. Like she's going to have this comfort and this trust with Mary because they've been through similar things with Alice killing their parents and all like that. So we'll see what goes on with that. But that put on the backtrack, Alice was the MVP of season 1, and right now she continues into season 2 being the MVP of this show. Part of the reason is because of the way the character is portrayed and the fact that this character is being let loose with no ties of sisterhood, with Mouse gone, not being able to tie her to her humanity. She's going full cuckoo. So I'm curious to see the levels that she's willing to go to in order to kill this imposter Batwoman, as she would call it. And we see the length she's able to go to if she's willing to bring Safiyah in order to shut this down. Alice always has intricate plans that are going on. The bats that are carrying, she has bats that are carrying the poison that was used to kill Mary's mom. And she attracts these bats with like a sonar thing to the Batwoman protests that they're having, asking the Crows to, set Batwoman free because nobody's seen her. So the last time they seen Batwoman was when the confrontation at the football field. So they just assume that the Crows have Batwoman after seeing Commander Kane and them open fire on her, after they're supposed to have some type of deal with her in order to, bring down the Wonderland gang. So it's pretty interesting in what goes on in that aspect, because you have the people mounting up and voicing their opinions about what is going on and saying, bring back Batwoman. That's what they want. They want their Batwoman back. So although we've had Miss Pennyworth, Julia, actually be in the suit before in order to take the heat off of Kane, they do something really interesting in this aspect to make sure that Ryan gets back in the suit. They have a confrontation between Julia and Alice, where Alice comes to Julia because they both have a mutual enemy in Safiyah. She talks about how she feels like her sister was, that wasn't an accident, that it was actually Safiyah that ended up doing something to the plane in order for the plane to crash, and how those two together can take her out before they come take her out. Julia doesn't seem like she's down for it. She seems a lot more scared of Safiyah than what we teamed her to be. I mean, maybe this lady is like the big bad that everybody should be worried about, and having Julia Pennyworth that afraid of probably just not wanting to join with a psychopath, but also not letting the Crows or anybody she's working with know about what's going on. So remember, she's there for a different mission. She's just working with people in order to, get things done that she needs to get done. So this is actually pretty interesting. With Julia not agreeing with Alice stabs her in the side with the blade, just to let her know, like, I could kill you at any moment, but right now I need you. I don't want you dead, but I want you to know I'm serious about what's going on. So think about what I said going on. So Julia being injured, can't really do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan ends up seeing people, talking to people, you know, like there was a really cool flashback to when Kate Kane actually saved her once from muggers who were trying to rob her for money. And she saw, you know what I'm saying, Batwoman stand up. And then, you know, that journal that Kate used to always write into Bruce, this was actually, I feel like, a really, really, really good point, like a really good tidbit they put in here. When she was writing the letters to Bruce, she opened a page up to that page of that night where Kate was talking about a young girl she met who seemed scared but was still strong because she picked up that batarang and threw that batarang at the dude that had the gun that was finna shoot Batwoman. And so you see, at the end of the day, you see Ryan turn the page and write "Dear Kate." And I thought that was amazing to keep that going because it keeps to me, that keeps the focus on them, on, you know what I'm saying, who they're supposed to be as a hero. That's honestly what I really like about that. But go back to Alice's plan and back to Commander Kane pulling everybody in for questioning. Like, he pulled Luke in, he pulled Mary in, questioning them about, did they know that Kate was Batwoman? And, you know, they played it off. And I love the way Luke did Sophie. Maybe, and played with her emotions with it. You know, like when Sophie's asking, how did you not know? It's like, maybe she was waiting on somebody she loved or somebody close to her, you know what I'm saying, to help her out. Maybe she trusted y'all. And Luke played it like he didn't know, and he played it like he thought the crows were the reason that, you know what I'm saying, Kate was missing too. So I thought that was real cool. And I like the way Luke played it reluctant to actually let Ryan in the suit as well. When Ryan said, put me in the suit. And it was actually Mary's choice who said, let her do it. She's already been in it. She has the training. So that was interesting. At the Batwoman rally that they were having, right? Alice set the bats loose. It was all a trap. It was all a trap. It's for her to try to get Sophie there. So Ryan shows up at Batwoman on top of a tower, and she's yelling at people, hey, clear out, you know what I'm saying, go away. This is for your own safety, you know what I'm saying, because they actually got a dead mouse delivered to Mary's hospital with one of the bats inside of it. And, you know, they deduced on what was going on. They figured out actually what was possibly going to happen. So Ryan's on top of the building. Alice pops up. Let's see how much of a Batwoman you are, because you're a fraud. Cool little hand-to-hand combat, you know what I'm saying, thing going down. That was really, really good. There's a really, really good fight scene too in the convenience store when it's getting robbed. That Ryan ended up saving the life of the convenience store clerk. But when the people ran off, they saw Ryan there with blood on their hands because, you know what I'm saying, the thief knocked the guy out by hitting him in the head. And with Ryan's past history, you know what I'm saying, guilty until proven innocent, right? That's when she got taken in to see Sophie, and that's when you saw the animosity between them, right? And Sophie already telling her she's, you know what I'm saying, basically saying she's guilty until proven innocent. And then when they pulled the footage off the cameras, they see that what Sophie said was true, and she lets her go. And then, you know, Sophie says you need to stop hanging around the people that you hang around, right? And it's interesting about the whole Batwoman thing because it's like they're talking about Alice. She has an issue with Alice. And, you know, Sophie knows why Commander Kane won't kill Alice. And she's like, and Ryan makes this interesting, you know what I'm saying, comment about, look, I know the reason why Commander Kane won't put a bullet in Alice. And then, you know, Sophie prods like, you do. And she was like, yeah, it's because she's black. It's because she's not black. It's because she's white. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I don't like, that they're trying to turn into like a black-white thing, especially when the climate's on right now. But I understand Ryan's perspective of where she's coming from. She feels like because of where she's from, who she is, how she is the reason why she gets treated like she's treated. And kind of looks at Sophie like an Uncle Tom type thing. But Sophie knows the real reason. She plays it off good. You know what I'm saying? She's thinking that, you know, Ryan knew that Alice was, you know what I'm saying, daughter. But then Ryan puts two and two together when it comes to that, and then approaches Mary about it and stuff like that. And then Mary, you know, talks to her like, look, You don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They talk it out. Ryan wants to kill Alice, you know, and, you know, Batwoman has a strict no-kill policy. She finally agrees on that, and that's when they let him go in the suit. But she meets up with Alice. You know what I'm saying? They're going at it. Ryan wants to kill Alice. Alice is getting away after hitting the signal. You even see Ryan wanting to chase Alice, but has to understand that, you know what I'm saying, saving the people come first, Alice comes second. So the bats come. They got that poison. They're flying around. You know what I'm saying? They're killing people. Alice gives Mary a sample of her blood that has cure in it. Mary ends up taking it to a corporation to synthesize a cure for the people. Gets no credit for it, by the way. But what do you expect from a big corporation? And because, you know, she has the blood, she drank the cure. When the whole thing with her and her mom's going to die, they both got poisoned, only one cure. She drank the cure, so it was in her blood system. So Ryan ends up saving the day. You get a cool bat chase in the Batmobile where she's leading the bats away. She ends up throwing them in throwing the little thing that's signaling the bats into a Crow transport bus, and then blowing up the bus. At the same time, saves a girl who says, "Oh my God, Batwoman." And then she's like, "I'm not Batwoman." And she's like, "You are to me." And that's what encourages her in the same route of what it encouraged Kate to stay as Batwoman and live by this code and do this, because she's inspired by this girl who was scared and looked up to her as Batwoman, because Batwoman provides hope. So that was very interesting. It was a decent episode. I love the fact that they're giving Mary more to do. I love what they're doing with Luke. Luke was reluctant, because think about it. He's been through Bruce Wayne. He's been through Kate Kane. And then, he's already had a Batman and a Batwoman lead. So I can understand him wanting to make sure that this code, this legacy, you know what I'm saying, lives with everything that's going on, especially Kate is gone. Commander Kane not wanting to give up on Kate like he gave up on Beth is very interesting. That man looks like he's finna break. And Sophie and Julia's relationship, when Sophie feels like Julia's keeping things from her, because you're both really close to Kate, and Sophie feels like Julia should have told her this close as they was, and Julia asked her, like, "Are you not with me because I'm keeping things from you, or because after you read that letter you found out that Kate loved you?" And she was like, "Both." So that relationship is going to be interesting, or they opening that up so that Ryan and Sophie could I don't think they'll have a relationship as seen as what they are, unless Ryan comes out and lets Sophie know that she's Batwoman. But what did you guys think of this episode? I thought it was well done. I love how they're intermingling, you know what I'm saying, intertwining Ryan's past with different things that happen to tie her into the whole Bat world. So that's pretty interesting in how they're doing that. And they seem like they're just taking their time and they're going to let this develop. So I'm cool with that. Looking forward to episode 3. I think Zaz's episode 3. I'm really going to be looking forward to that. What did you guys think about this episode? Put that in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See it up there? A+ opinions on all those platforms. Subscribe to us here at A+ Hero Report on YouTube. Don't forget that we do have a Patreon for A+ More Phenomenal and A+ Hero Report. Please check that out and stay tuned for everything we got going on. There's a lot of content up here on YouTube. Make sure you guys check it out and tune in here first for your nerd and geek pop culture. All right. So until next time, as always, this is Indy Uchiha at Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere. And you have been tuned in to A+ Opinions Review of Batwoman Season 2, Episode 2. Keep it A+. Indy out.